In today's video, we'll be drawing the title block, and the size paper that we're using as an example is a A2 paper, which measures 420 millimeters by 594 millimeters. The inches, are the imperial equivalent in inches, is 16.5 inches by 23.4 inches. But in today's video, we're using the metric size paper, which is, as I said before, 420 millimeters by 594 millimeters. So this is the paper here. This is a paper. This represents the paper. This is a margin. And the title block now is this section down here, right? So here we have the name of the firm, the title of the drawing, the scale, the projection symbol. Here we have the drawing number, the sheet number, the initial or the name of the person who designed the drawing, the person who drew the actual design, the person who checked it, and the person who approved it, and the date. So this is a different type of title block that I'll be showing you today. In the previous 3 videos, I showed you a different title block where the title block was horizontal. This one is more vertical. It is better suited for the larger sized paper. So we'll be starting the video now. Welcome to CAD with Mr. Hugh, your CAD resource. In today's video, we're looking at how do we draw a title block for drawing. In the previous video, we looked at the construction of a polygon, so perhaps you could visit that video after you've completed watching this one. Now, the first thing we need to do, because we are setting up a title block for the drawing paper, the first thing we need to do is set up our unit. So we're going to type UN, which is a shortcut for units. And depending on the units that you're using, you would select the unit. So I'm using millimeters, but here we have inches, here we have feet, but I am using millimeters, okay, which is metric. All right, the precision, we're going to put the precision to 0. And the angle, it is already measuring to 0 precision. So I'm going to let it stay as that, right? So the only thing you're going to do in this dialog box is to choose the units that you'll be drawing in. So again, if you're drawing in imperial measurements, which is inches or feet, you would change it accordingly here. But I'm using millimeters, but it will be the same principles whether you're drawing in imperial, which is in, for example, inches or feet, or metric, which is millimeters, centimeters, or meters. You choose the measurement of unit that you are drawing with, right? So I'm drawing in metric, and the units that I'm using is millimeters. So I choose millimeters here. The default in the AutoCAD was already millimeters, so that is why I had it here. So press OK. All right. Now the next thing we're gonna set is our grid. So we type grid, press enter. The grid is already 10, so I press enter. All right, the next thing I'm gonna set is my snap. S-N-A-P, snap. I'm going to set my snap spacing to 2. Enter. Enter. All right. Now, the title block that I'm drawing can be used for any size paper. So that is what I'm going to teach you. All right. So the size paper that I'll be showing you the example of how to draw a title block would be a A2 paper. And the size of the A2 paper in metric measurements would be 420 millimeters by 594 millimeters. If you're working in inches, which I'm not, the size paper that you could probably buy at the paper store is, or the bookstore, is 16.5 inches by 23.4 inches. So that paper is about the size of a TV screen, or if you're familiar with a cartridge size paper, I assume that is a size paper, right? So cartridge size paper, if you're doing making something and you want to make a box out of cartridge paper, I believe that's the approximate size. But when I went on the internet, it's about the size of a TV screen. All right, good. So again, the example I'm using an A2 paper and the metric size is 420 by, which would be the length, and the height would be 494. Now, because I want the paper to be landscape, right? I'm going to use 594 millimeters as the x-axis, the longer side turn horizontal. So if you're using a t-squared, it would be a t-square line. And the height would be 420 because I want the paper to be on the landscape, meaning it is on the longer side is on the x-axis. So let me show you now. So I'm going to go to my line command, right? I'm going to turn, snap is on already. I click this icon down here, I turn it on and off. It is on when it is highlighted. I'm going to turn on ortho, which is this symbol. I click on it. So the ortho would allow you to draw horizontal lines. So if you're using the traditional instruments, that would be a T-square line. All right. All right. So there is my starting point, right? And as I said, I want the longest side, which is 594. Enter. Gonna zoom down so you can see. Gonna center the drawing. Good. So you see that's the longer side, right? Then I'm gonna go up 420 millimeters. Enter. Right? Then I'm gonna come across the length, which in this case, because I want it landscape, I made it 594. Enter. Then I'm gonna come down here now, and this measurement would be 420. Enter. Enter to close the command or press space bar. You will close the the rectangle. All right. So here I have my rectangle. So again, this represents the paper size A2. I'm gonna put the dimensions on it so you can gonna turn on object snap by clicking this icon here. So I click this. I need to turn off snap. All right. Now I cannot see the measurement clearly. So what I'm suggesting you type D to give you dim. It is a shortcut for dim style, or you type out the word dim style if you want, right? So we're gonna go to modify. We're gonna make sure that we're under the fit tab. It's currently on the units, right? So I'm gonna press the fit tab. I'm gonna change 1 to 2. Press OK. Close, and it should be bigger. There it is. All right. I can change it to 3. So we'll go dim style, modify. When I change it to 3, if anything, I can change it back after, so you can see it a little bit better. Press OK. Close, and there it is. There it is bigger. All right, so I'm gonna measure this side for you. There it is. So it's 594 by 420. So this is what I meant. I wanted landscape, right? When you're given the measurement for the A2 paper, it's 420 times 594 is presented on the resource center that I went on, right? So because I want it in a landscape manner, I use the longer side as the x-axis and the y-axis I use a 420. All right, so this represent the paper size, right? Now, again, what I'm teaching can be used for any size paper. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw the margin, okay? So this is a paper size. So let me label it for you. So this, I'm going to turn off ortho. This is a paper, the drawing paper, drawing sheet, all caps. All right, that's the drawing paper, okay? I'm going to make the height taller so you can see. All right, so I'm going to change it from 4 and I'm going to put it to 12. Enter. I'm going to put it to 6, it's too big, 6. Enter, all right. All right, so that's a drawing paper. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a join command. I'm going to select this, 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 this. Enter. So when I click on it, it is 1. See? Before it was 4 lines, now it is 1. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to offset. I'm going to offset the rectangle. All right, so we go click this. Offset. You can choose, it can be 10 millimeters or 15 millimeters. I'm going to choose 10 millimeter, which is 1 centimeter. Enter. So when I click on the object and click in here now, this is my margin. All right, so I'm going to label it for you. I'm going to change this to 6, I believe. Yes, 6. So this is a margin. All right, so this is a paper and this is a margin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to the layer properties manager. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to call this outline. I'm going to change the line width to 0.3 millimeters. So if you're using the traditional T-square, C-square instruments, you'll be changing from, you would have used a 4H pencil to draw the margin. Now you're using the 3H pencil or 2H pencil to darken it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on the outline layer and it will be darker so you can get a better understanding. All right, so there it is darker. All right, good. Now, so this is our margin and this is a paper. All right, what we're going to do now, we're going to draw the title block in the lower right hand corner of the margin. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom it up, right? Now these dimensions out here, you know that you wouldn't see them because that would be off the paper. Just for your understanding, I put it there, all right? All right, so I'm going to zoom up right here. All right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw a construction line, which is 190 millimeters from this corner here. All right, so I'm going to turn on ortho, going to turn on snap. I'm going to draw a line from here. And this line would be 190 millimeters. Enter. All right. Then I'm going to go up 65 millimeters. Remember, ortho is on. Then I'm going to go across 190 millimeters, because that was the length. Enter. All right. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to offset the baseline 20 millimeters. All right. So we're going to go offset. The distance will be 20 millimeters. Enter. We're going to click the line. Right, here it is. That's the first line, right? Gonna draw a line from, gonna turn off snap. Gonna draw a line from here to there. Enter. And I'm gonna offset this line. So I'm gonna go offset. This distance will be 15. Enter. So I'm gonna click this line. There it is, 15. Press enter to close the command. Gonna come back again or press enter. I want to offset and this distance will be 25. So I click this. This is 25. Press enter. Gonna come back again. Offset. This distance will be 20. Enter. So I'm gonna click this line. Offset it. Enter. All right. Good. Now I'm gonna draw a line over here. I'm there to there. Enter. And I'm gonna offset this line 7 millimeters. So I'm gonna go click this line 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. All right. I hope you're visualizing what I'm doing. All right. Now, so I'm gonna zoom this up a little bit bigger. Good. All right. So I'm gonna draw a line from here to here. Enter. I'm gonna offset this line 25 millimeters. So go 25 millimeters, enter. So if you're using the traditional T-square, set square, and pencils and set square, you would just use your T-square, set square, measure 25 millimeters from here, coming over. All right, now what we want to do now, this was height was what, 20, right? So I can draw a line here, enter, and offset it 10. 10, enter. And we have completed drawing the title block. What I'm going to do is fit in the information. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the measurements on there for you in case you need to draw it from. So this will be 25. Okay. Now remember when we drew the sheet, the A2 sheet, it was big, right? So I'm going to go back to dim style. I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to change the overall scale from 3 to 2. 2. I need the overall scale to be selected. Press OK. So when I close this now, the 25 will get smaller. All right, good. So I'm going to measure the overall length for you, which is this measurement to this measurement. That's 90. We turn on snap. All right. I'm going to move this away from the paper. All right, good. Now, I'm going to indicate the measurement here for you. So this measurement from here to here was 65. All right. We're going to indicate this measurement, this, that's 20. If you turn on snap, they will be aligned. All right. So again, 20. See, it will align automatically if you turn on snap. The 20 and the 25, they will be aligned if you turn on the snap command, which is this button down here, right? So if you click on it, it's on. If you click on it, it's off. Or you can press F9, I believe. All right, so that's the measurement there. All right, so we're going to indicate the measurement here. So it would be from here to here. Remember what it was? 20. This would be off the paper, okay? Press enter to get the last command here. Enter to get the last command. Enter. Enter. All right, so I've shown you. Now I'm just putting the measurements on it so that you can follow, okay? All right, so we're supposed to have how many spaces here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to offset this line 7 millimeters again. So offset 7, enter. This line should be 7 up, enter. All right, now this measurement, I'm going to dimension, I'm going to delete it. So going up, this should be 7, and then this would be 10. Enter. So these are the measurements that you can use to draw up the title block. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the title block in I'm put it on the outline layer so that it is dark so you can follow. So I'm going to put this on the outline. There is a title block. All right. So remember, this is what we have, right? So what we have, right? This is in the lower right hand corner of the whatever size paper you're using. Based on how I showed you, you're supposed to can draw it on any size paper. All right, so I'm going to zoom to the previous drawing so that we can now write the names in the respective boxes. Now you don't need to put on the dimensions on the actual drawing paper. I just put it on it so you can reproduce it on your paper, right? But this will be standard. Whatever size paper it is, these are the measurements that you would use, okay? Or I made 3 other sets of videos showing you how to draw the title block at the lower part of the paper. If you're using a smaller paper, the two methods that I showed you in the previous drawings would enable you to have more drawing space, because when you use this title block format on a small sheet of paper, like 11 by 17 paper or smaller, it takes up more space. So the other videos that I did before on how to make a title block, that shows you how to put the title block on the horizontal bar going down, while this will be more vertical. All right, so let me show you. So the title block, the other title blocks that I did, so I'm doing a different, it will be below here. So let me show you. It will be below here running horizontally, right? This is better suited for a larger size paper like the A2 paper, for example. So we're going to zoom up. What we're going to do now, we're going to label the parts of the title block. All right, so this will be the template, okay? So we're going to go to single line text. I want to make sure that snap is on. And here now we go all caps. So what I've done, I've chosen the starting position. So the height is the name of the firm would be bigger. So I can make it 7 millimeters, enter. Rotational angle 0. So I can write name of firm. All right, we're going to move it away from the margin. All right, so we're going to move, enter. All right, name of firm. All right, in here now we're going to write the word scale. So I'm going to go single line text. I'm going to label the word scale here. So I click here. The height, I'm going to make it 3 millimeters, enter, rotation angle 0. I'm going to write scale. All right. Here now, we're going to write title of the drawing. So maybe it could say building drawing for the warehouse, for example. So this will be title. What I need to do now, I need to trim out, trim here. So we're going to go trim, 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 enter. All right, I need to put the dimension here so you can see from here. Gonna turn on object snap from here to there. That's 10. All right, I'm gonna move this out. All right. All right, so that's the scale. We need now title, so we're gonna go single line text right here. The height, I'm gonna make it 6 millimeters. Rotation angle 0, so I'm gonna write title. I'm gonna move it from the margin here. So we need to turn off object snap, not the margin, from the line that it is touching. All right, so it's the title. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna write the word, I'm gonna go single line text, I'm gonna come here. This would be 4 millimeter height, enter, rotation angle 0, and this will be drawing number. All right, then go single line text because we're gonna change the height right here. Gonna write the word. The height will be 3. rotation angle will be 0. This would be name, and here over here this would be date. All right, single line text, gonna start right here. The height would be 2 millimeters, rotation angle 0, and this will be designed. This would be drawn. This would be checked. This would be standard. This would be approved. All right, so what would go in here now is the names of the person who drew it, the person check, and then the date, right? All right, so we need to indicate the sheet number. So we're gonna go single line text. I'm gonna choose right here. The height will be 4, rotational angle 0. So this will be sheet 1 of 1. All right, so this would be our completed title block as a template, yes? All right. So the dimensions, I'm gonna make a new layer called dimensions. I'm gonna close the dialog box. If I put these dimensions on it, so I put this, 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 this. All right, so if I put this on the dimension layer, which I created a while ago, right? So if I lock it and turn it off, you won't see it, right? So I need to put this one. I miss this one, so I need to put it on the dimension layer. Press close. Right, so see, this is our completed title block, right? So if you want the dimensions to be bigger, you can go and change them in terms of the names and the lettering, right? Now in this little box right here, what you're gonna do is put the projection symbol in there, right? So let me do the projection symbol for you. So we just zoom it up here, right? So I'm gonna draw draw a line. I'm gonna turn off snap. Draw a line, enter, and then I'm gonna draw a circle. I'm gonna turn on snap. No. All right, this diameter, I'm gonna make it 4. Enter. All right, that is 4. I'm gonna draw another circle. I'm gonna make it 2. All right. Then I'm going to draw a line from here. All right. Let me measure this measurement. All right, this is 8. So I'm going to all right, so I'm going to multiply 8 times 1.25. So I'm going to calculate it. 8 times 1.25 equals 10. I'm going to offset this line 10 over. So we're going to go offset 10, enter. I'm going to offset this 10 over. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to offset this line 8 millimeters. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line from here to there, enter. I'm going to draw a line from, all right, we need two. All right, so we're going to draw a line from here to there, enter. We're going to draw a line from here to there, enter. Line from there to there, enter. What we're going to do is extend this line. So we're going to type extend. I'm going to extend this line, this line. Going to extend this line. All right. So we're going to draw this line from here to there, enter, enter, enter. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put these on the outline layer. Enter. I'm going to trim this extra part. I'm going to trim this. Enter. All right, what I need to do now is put a center line. So we'll go layer properties manager, go new, and go center line. And I'm going to draw a line from, I'm going to turn on snap. Well, it's snap is not on, up to turn on object snap. So we're going to draw a line from there to there. Enter. Oh, I need to go back to the layer properties manager. I need to change this to center. So I'm going to load the center line. Okay. And then I need to select it. Okay. I'll close this. All right, so this line now should be looking like a center line. All right, so this line, we're going to extend it a little bit beyond. Extend this a little bit beyond. All right, we're going to draw a line from there to there. Enter. All right, we're going to go to layer properties manager. We're going to go to center line. We're going to load another center line. I'm going to select this one and press OK. All right, we're going to draw another center line here. Enter. I'm going to extend it a little bit beyond. All right, so I'm going to put this 8 millimeters on the dimension. I won't see it. And I can turn off the layer 0. Right, and there is our I need to turn back layer 0 on. And here is our completed title block, which you would use as a template. All right. So good job if you followed along. And in the next drawing, we'll be looking at how to draw a triangle, a scalene triangle. So we're looking forward to seeing you in that video. Please take care until then. Bye.